Hey everyone, it's another 5 minutes with Ben, and I'm still Ben. And we're going to look at the game that decided the American Cup, which just finished a couple of days ago. The final match was between Wesley and Levon Aronian. Although, when I say it's the final match, Wesley had to win this match to play another match with Levon, and Levon only had to win this match. So Levon has the advantage. And they drew the first 3 games of the 4-game match. If they drew this game, there'd be some kind of playoffs. And then if Wesley had won the playoffs, they would play another match. So Wesley had to win 2 matches, basically. And this was game 4 of their first match. Now, in this position, it's very complicated, sharp position. So I think both players are happy. And Wesley played the move knight to b3, which has a discovered attack on the bishop on f6. And in this game, Levon made 2 brilliant moves, and we're going to look at this one, then we're going to skip ahead and look to the next one. In this position, Levon ignored his hanging bishop on f6 and played rook takes d5. And brilliantly, Wesley played the best move here, which is shocking. If he plays the normal move, bishop takes f6, then black is winning with rook d3, which is a fork of the queen and knight. But actually, that's not why why black is winning. The reason Levon is winning here is he kicks the queen off of e3 so he can push his pawn to e3. For example, I thought white could play queen c5. I guess thinking's not my strong suit. e3. Now the rook has to go somewhere. I don't know, c2 looks like a square. Then black plays e2, and black's threatening everything. Black's threatening rook takes g3 check, which leads to mate. Black's threatening e1 equals queen check, which leads to mate. And black's threatening rook d1 check, which leads to mate. So in this position, the engine says black is completely winning. So Wesley and Levon both saw that rook d3 was very strong. So in this position, instead of taking the bishop, Wesley played rook to e1, which is actually the best move. And the idea behind rook to e1 is if now black plays rook d3, forking the queen and knight, that's actually a mistake because white can take almost all of black's pieces over here. Take this, take the bishop on f6. And now we have 2 rooks and a knight for a queen and bishop. But after the move f5, that's the only move it likes for white. It says white has a big advantage here. And white's the one playing for a win. Okay, which isn't obvious to me, but I guess the players in the engine are better than me. Okay, so Levon didn't play rook d3 after rook e1. He played something else. And I want to skip ahead to a later position, this position, which happened about 10 moves later. And in this position, the engine says it's equal, and it says white has 2 ways to equalize: king f2, defending his queen, or queen takes d3, trading queens. Instead, Wesley played the 3rd best move, but the 3rd best move loses. So the truth hurts. He played queen c5 check, and this reminds me of the World Championship match between Nepo and Ding, where Ding was in check, and he blocked with his rook on g6, which was the winning move, and that's the same winning move that I guess surprised Wesley. Rook to d6, and now white's losing. Queen c5 check is the losing move, and that ended up losing the match for Wesley. If you play the somewhat obvious, like knight c4, attacking the pinned rook, or knight takes e4, either one, then queen f1 is mate. The knight's defending f1, so the white knight can't move, and white's knight is attacked, but remember it can't move. So white's finished here. Rook d6 just wins. There's no perpetual check. If you check on the back rank, I just block, I'm sorry, I can play bishop takes queen. I forgot bishops go backwards. Although rook d8 check is actually, rook d8's actually a mistake because I hung my bishop. So in a 1-minute game, queen c8 check is the best move. although it does still lose. Okay, so it would work against me because I can't see bishops go backwards. Anyway, Wesley realized he's losing here, so he played rook h5. That way, if you take the knight on d2, then I take the bishop on h3. That was his thinking. And he did take the knight on d2. He did take the bishop on h3. And now black would like to use his queen and rook and give mate, but the rook is pinned. Okay, but Levon has an antidote to that. He just plays b6 and says, well, now my rook's not pinned. So if you play queen c8 this time, then finally I'm correct. I'm correct once a video. Rook d8's the winning move. There's no more good checks for white, and here comes black. Black's going to play queen e1 check and rook d2 mate, or queen d1 check and rook d2 mate, or queen d1 check, queen f3 check, and rook d1 mate. Black has mate everywhere. White has no defense. So after b6, Wesley resigned, and Aronian became the 2024 American Cup champion. Great analysis by Aronian, good tactical awareness, and he wins the match against Wesley. I hope you enjoyed that 5 minutes with Ben. I'm Grandmaster Ben Finegold. I'll see you guys next time with more 5 minutes with Ben. Bye, everybody.